What can we do about twin flames dealing with distance? Probably the most questioned thing in the twin flame community. We all want to know what to do about the distance within twin flames. We're gonna find the answers now. We're gonna tell you some things to consider, to be aware, to bring awareness to you in order for you to be acquainted with the distance between twin flames if you are a beginner, and also if you are advanced in the twin flame journey, like years of experience, then you know what I'm talking about, and I'm gonna give you ways to deal with it better. So from beginner to advanced, you're gonna be able to understand. So first of all, let's start with saying that we have a workshop ready. It's gonna be open tomorrow, 2nd of July, and we're gonna close it for tomorrow. That's it. It's the last day. But for you watching this video is today. So if you really want to come in, it's a more efficient alternative and easier for everyone who is able to come by and ask their questions and get their answers. Hopefully it's for you. You can literally ask us anything in the workshop. It can be about twin flames, about spiritual life, about anything. A link above here for the workshop, or in the description below. We really hope to see you there. So let's start saying by what distance truly means. Okay? So obviously, when you are with a normal human being, not twin flame whatsoever, you can experience some drawbacks, some up and downs, but you cannot really distance yourself from that person. It's very difficult, because if you do, usually it's game over, especially if the relationship is at the very beginning. When your mate asks you for some time off, like I need some time to think and stuff, it means the relationship is gonna die. But with twin flames it's totally different. Actually, distance is a healthy thing, and it needs to happen. I'm not saying that it needs to happen even with advanced twin flames. With advanced twin flames, this is already, if it happens, it means that you are not growing anymore, you're just going down again. So you need to be careful. But with beginners, if this happens, it means you started off your journey too fast and too strong, if this person is really your twin flame. I always say this, if this person is really your twin flame, because there's all kinds of people in this world. There's fake twin flames, there's whatever. But I'm just gonna focus on the distance between twin flames in this video. And for more information, we have a playlist only about twin flames, the lower astral, Kundalini and higher self in the description below. So we already explained what is the distance. It's when you separate with your twin flame for a while, just temporarily. And it happens, it can happen, and it's quite often happening within twin flames compared to regular couples. Now, what are the benefits about the distance? Well, the benefits are that you get to think if this is really what you want, and because your ego is gonna kick in and say, okay, your life is falling apart when you are with this person, but even though your heart and soul is very happy, but your job, your family, your friends, everything is falling apart. So you need to reconsider. So the benefits are that you think for yourself what to do, if this is really good. Also, it cools off the journey, because twin flames means really what it sounds. It's hot. It burns. It's not easy. And I really wanted to make this video for the beginners, but I also wanted to speak about further for the advanced, to stick around, the ones who have experience. So yeah, these are the benefits, and I think that's about it. You cannot really think about anything else further. Because if you stay too long with distance, if you distance yourself for too long from you and your twin flame, you are going to experience side effects. So what are the side effects of having distance between your twin flame? You start to lose the connection a little bit. It stays like on a pause, and because of this, it's like you are not growing anymore. Your life is stuck. You're in the matrix. That's how you feel. And another thing is that separating starts to make you believe that your life is actually getting better. You start to find a job finally, your friends start to accept you, your family, and so on. So everything sounds like it's becoming better, but that's because the matrix wants you to believe that your life needs to be a little bit far away from your twin flame. So when you believe that, then it is true. But is this what you really want? To have little to no connection to your twin flame and to have financial stability and family connection and so on? It's your choice. You choose your pill. To me, it's a side effect, because we are here to come out of the matrix, not to stay entangled further. So, is it good at all? Well, it is good and it is not, the distance. Like I said, it should be temporarily used and should not be prolonged for too long, and it should not be too often. Okay, you should use the distance as a pause in your life to think for yourself, and then to finally do something better and better and better, and to have less and less distance. So there is 3 types of distance. There's the emotional distance, physical distance, and mental distance, and also spiritual distance. So there's 4. When you distance yourself physically, you're actually distancing yourself also emotionally, because it gets too emotional sometimes. And usually the connection between twin flames is between the emotional partner and the mental partner. Now, there's another thing. There is no such thing as emotional and non-emotional. There is only 2 types of emotions. The ones that are yin, low, and emotions that are yang. The yang emotions are like anger and so on, things like this. And the yin emotions are depression or sadness. Well, depression is not really an emotion, but sadness is, yeah. When you separate yourself from your twin flame, you are seeing, it's temporarily, of course, you are on another phase. Okay, you are on a phase of pausing, and this pause just cannot last forever. You need to take action, because life will change, and then you will feel like you're missing out. So be careful with the distance. Don't overdo it. Plus, you can always distance yourself emotionally and mentally and spiritually, and not necessarily physically. So physically should be your last tool, your last chance, your last choice, because with physical there's a lot of side effects. Try to reconsider alternatives, like okay, I'm gonna emotionally distance myself. By the way, we spoke a lot about such things in our ebook, Twin Flame Model Remake. It's in the description below. I'm gonna try to put it up here as well. How to really harden yourself not to be so emotional and in your journey, because this results in separation and distance and stuff. So another thing that appears, it's like common issues when you distance yourself, is you start to believe fake stuff. For example, it was your twin flame who tortured you, or it was because of your twin flame that you lost this and you lost that, maybe you lost your job. So you have to be careful with what you say as well, because you might consider it as a reality and it's maybe not the truth. So think twice think twice before you speak these things. We don't want to play the blame game. We want to just get together, get past the issues, okay, fix them, of course, don't just ignore them, and evolve, grow with them. Use effective communication techniques to be able to reduce or minimize the distance between you guys, because this can help tremendously. Most of the times the distance comes from lack of collaboration, lack of communication, misunderstandings between the two of you, language barrier, because telepathy, we all know, is the key to all things, but unfortunately it's very difficult to keep telepathy. By the way, we want to make a video about there is no telepathy between twin flames or something like this. It's going to be an amazing, interesting video, and stay tuned for that, okay? It's going to come. So remember always to share your problems one by one, slowly work your way around it, try to solve it together, and admit your mistakes. Put yourself on your knees if you have to, and say, I'm sorry, and let's work with it. I want to fix them. Because most of the times they are traumas, other times they are emotional blockages that are caused by traumas once again. And they can go away as simply as sharing and working together. Together is the way. The importance of planning regular visits and quality time between you and your twin flame to minimize distance. So when you spend time together, don't focus only on your job. Yes, your job brings income for stability, but you need to reconsider that the more you're far away from your twin flame, the more it is considered distance. Even if you're living close to each other, but you're not living together, if you're not spending quality time with each other, like go for a walk, buy your twin flame a flower, visit friends that are friends to both of you, or sit down and have an amazing conversation that can bring enlightenment between you two, like in terms of accessing each other's downloads and working your way around it. Speak about what is your favorite things since childhood. I don't know, brings conversations that were never spoken before. Have quality time between the two of you. And last but not least, try to have an amazing connection with the higher self and Kundalini between the two of you and for yourself. First of all, have for yourself a strong connection between you and your higher self, you and your Kundalini, because the Kundalini is the deep connection between you and your twin flame. Is really this deep connection rooted, okay? As for the higher self, I have a fly here, it doesn't go away. As for the higher self, it's more like the telepathy between you and your twin flame. It's more like where did you came from? Where did you come from? If you know where you came from, your twin flame also came from this same place. The stronger the connection you have between you and your higher self, or you and your Kundalini, and your twin flame also has the same, and you guys share this connection, it's going to be wonderful, because this makes the Trinity. You, your twin flame, and the higher self and Kundalini, they join together, okay, as one, and it becomes Trinity. This is the most powerful connection, and the distance will disappear. Thank you for watching. Join our workshop, get our ebook.